What's up, guys? Welcome to the Common Sense Football Show and welcome to today's show. Champions League last night, AC versus Inter, fantastic game. Inter Milan winning 2-0. Well, so the game started really fast. Inter Milan right out the blocks, fast with intent. Dzeko getting the first goal, fantastic volley. Bang, right into the goal. Goalkeeper had no chance. And Mkhitaryan scoring a second goal, bursting from midfield, looking fit, looking strong, looking fast, and grabbing the second goal. I think Mkhitaryan's 34 and Dzeko's 37. So that just shows you that age is nothing but a number. Those were, one of Inter Milan's standout players. Mkhitaryan winning the Player of the Match award. He was absolutely outstanding. And in the twilight of their careers, they're just going from strength to strength. And that should be an inspiration to all of us, to all footballers, that people shouldn't be written off just because of their age. Phenomenal from Dzeko and phenomenal from Mkhitaryan. AC Milan did get into the game. They were much better in the second half, but they weren't able to take their opportunities. Tonali, the Italian midfielder, he was good for AC Milan and he hit the post. They had a couple of other chances, Onana making some good saves, but unfortunately AC Milan weren't able to take their chances. Before that, Inter Milan were, far on top. They actually hit the post as well, and it could have been 3-0. Tie gone, but at 2-0, AC Milan still have a chance next Tuesday in the return leg. But I do think that Inter Milan will have too much for them. I anticipated that it would be Lautaro and Dzeko who would start. Inzaghi tends to go with them as the attacking pair and brings Lukaku on with 30 minutes to go, and he usually makes an impact. Big miss for AC Milan, I have to say, was Rafael Leao, their best player, the left winger or the left forward. He was missing for yesterday's game. He will be back for next week's game, so he probably will make a whole lot of a difference, especially to AC Milan's attacking options. I mean, he's a fantastic player, one of the best left-sided attackers in Europe and in the world. So I anticipate that Inter Milan will have much more of a hard time next week. Because they did look a little bit void of ideas. Tonali was AC Milan's best player, his engine. He was determined, he wouldn't give up. But with Leao back, that will give Inter a lot more to think about. And also, it will give Giroud the service that he was, starved of last night. So, next week's game, even though it's 2-0 to Inter Milan, there's still something to play for AC Milan. And Inter Milan need to, if they want to get through, they can't rest on their laurels, and they need to go start fast again and try and get the third goal on aggregate and try and just bury the game and make it too much for AC Milan. I am an Inter Milan supporter because of Taribo West, because of R9, the original Ronaldo, so I do want Inter Milan to go through. Fantastic for Italian football. I would love Inter Milan to win the whole tournament. That would be fantastic. I'm rooting for the underdog. We all root for the underdog, and it'd be a great story with Inter Milan if they could win this year's Champions League. So, big knockout games next week that I will preview. On transfers, according to some publications, it looks like there's some murmurs that Sadio Mane will be heading back to the Premier League, more specifically, hold it, to Chelsea. Now, we all know that Sadio left. He went to Bayern Munich. He felt underappreciated, not by the Liverpool fans. They love him. Most of football fans love Sadio, but he felt a little bit underappreciated by the Liverpool hierarchy. Sadio, if he's trying to compare himself to Salah is a better player. He scored more goals. He's got more assists. We all know about Sadio's all-action style, and he gets goals, he gets assists. But Salah is a better player than Mane. And even this season, he's having a bad season, but he's still scored so many goals, and he's been one of Liverpool's best players this season. on a bad season for him, and he's one of the reasons that they're close to catching Manchester United for that top 4 spot. So, you know, if he was comparing himself to the love that Salah got from the hierarchy, he shouldn't. Like, I always thought that it was a bit of a mistake that he left. I thought he would do better at Bayern than he did. Initially starting well, getting injured, and since the injury, he looks like he's out of favour. He's not really hit the heights that we know Sadio can. And he's only 31 years old. He's still very young, so he still has a lot more to offer. So I was sad to see him leave Liverpool. And I'm sure if he was still at Liverpool, they probably would be higher up the table and he would still be starting for them. I don't know if they still would have got Darwin Núñez and Gakpo, but he would have still been influential for them. So on his move to Chelsea, it makes sense for him. Does it make sense for Chelsea? I mean, they've got so many attacking forwards, and on the left, I mean, if he was to come, Mane would probably be an upgrade. He would be a definite starter. He would be the best attacking forward that they have on the left. Definitely, most definitely. But I don't know, Sadio. And is that a Poch signing? Because we all know that Poch is close to joining Chelsea. Is that a Pochettino signing? Because the last thing Poch is going to want, he already has players he ain't going to want, because these are players that he hasn't signed. And if they sign Sadio Mane, is that a player that he wants? I don't know. So this is a funny one. It makes sense because Chelsea are getting a fantastic player, a world-class player, a legendary player, a player that can deliver straight away, but I don't know. It's a strange one. They've got Nkunku coming in as well in the summer. They've still got the likes of Sterling. They still got the likes of Havertz. They've got Mudryk that plays on the left-hand side. They spent £80 million on Mudryk. Sadio's going to be cheap. But if they spent £80 million on Mudryk, and according to Chelsea, they want youth to be the process. Mudryk is young. He's the future. Sadio's, still young, but he's in his 30s. Sadio is better than Mudryk, and he'll play over Mudryk. But really, shouldn't they be focusing on Mudryk, one of the most expensive signings, and making him work on the left? So it's a bit of a strange one, because they have a lot of players on the left-hand side, and they've signed 80 million Mudryk. So why would they sign Sadio Mane, which would interrupt with Mudryk's development, and also be a knock to his confidence? Mudryk should be the main man going forward for Poch. So this signing doesn't really make a lot of sense for Chelsea. It seems like, they're just the ownership. Bowley's just chucking money. It doesn't make sense. You have a left-sided forward. You spent 80 million quid on him. Why you need Sadio Mane? And you have a lot of cover on the left side. It don't make sense. For Sadio, it's a good opportunity to get back in the Premier League, to get back in the top team. But maybe he's better off going elsewhere. There's murmurs that PSG might be interested. That'll be a good move for him. PSG need players of his profile. If they get rid of Messi and they get rid of Neymar, then players like Sadio, with his work rate, with his tenacity, with his humility, and with his ability, that would be good for PSG. So maybe that would be the more viable option. And they haven't really got they've got Kylian Mbappe, who can play on the left, but they could be fluid. They can interchange the same way Neymar, Messi, and Mbappe do. They can interchange, and that probably would make more sense. And is Mbappe going to be there next season? The Real Madrid murmurs are coming out that they want to come in for Mbappe, and they want to sign 2 mega players, Bellingham and Mbappe. So is Mbappe going to be in there next season? So it's going to be interesting to see how this falls. Will Sadio Mane end up at Liverpool, up at Chelsea? And if he does end up at Chelsea, that will hurt Jurgen Klopp, Liverpool, and those Liverpool supporters a lot. But this is football, this is business. Sadio has to take care of himself and his career. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this pans out, to be honest with you. And just quickly on Declan Rice, West Ham have set their asking price of 120 million for the young midfielder. His form has had an upturn of recent. He's been playing very well. I've been very impressed with his recent performances, getting on the score sheet a couple of times, and especially how he played against Manchester United of recent. There may be a bidding war, you know, Newcastle may come in for him, Manchester United may come in for him. So if Arsenal want to get this deal done, there's already reports that personal terms are agreed. If Arsenal want to get this deal done, there should be no faffing about. You know, pay the money, bish bash bosh, good nosh, get him in and get the other players that you want. No faffing about, because clubs will try sabotage. So Arsenal, just get the deal done. Alright guys, thank you for listening, thank you for watching. I'll be back tomorrow for another show. Please comment, smash the like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you guys for the next one. Peace.